Truly is. I believe that consistency is what actually wins. Consistency wins. My name is Diana Patton, and I am the founder of the Rise Advocates Movement, where we help corporate women heal from unspoken wounds to speak up, advocate for themselves, show up, do the good work through their authentic voice. What I know for sure is consistency is what helped me get where I need to be. And I want to share with you all that I believe women, corporate women, really need to be consistent at speaking their truth, needing to learn the art of understanding how to practice who they were meant to be. A lot of us need to unlearn, rebuild, and redo a new way. Some of us are tired. We've been tired because we've been doing and operating in a way that doesn't benefit our growth. It doesn't benefit our way of a new way of thinking. And so I'm going to actually pull out our handy dandy weekly Rise with Diana and Rise Advocate Movement newsletter. And the title of this newsletter is called Discipline is the New Confidence. And what I do know is that you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. And so I want to share with you that I learned the art of consistency and discipline, and you did too. And I want to let you know that as a corporate woman, you're not far off on where it is that you want to go. It's just you've been repeating some of the same cycles and needing to see a new way. And I want to remind you that you do have consistency and discipline, just like I had consistency and discipline. And I want to share with you, growing up, for me, I learned the art of consistency and discipline in my workouts. I learned and translated working out and being consistent in shifting and challenging my body. I utilized that to get me to go to college and run track, right? I knew that if I got really disciplined and got really good at disciplining myself to get up early, to put in the reps, to do the work, I translated that to me being able to do very difficult challenges in corporate America. I also realized that if I was consistent in practicing, for those of you who know, I'm an attorney and I went to law school back in late 1900s, and I didn't pass the bar exam the first time. And I realized that there was a trick to passing the bar, and that was consistently taking tests, writing down the answers to my the questions, and doing this over and over and over again. And as a result, my consistent practice of taking these tests over and over and over again, I was able to pass the bar exam. But I also had this consistent belief that I was able to get where I wanted to go. And a lot of us need to really apply the same type of principles, these principles to consistently getting the result that we want. And that's the reason why I believe discipline, that is the way that we need to be able to go. Discipline is the new confidence. Because when you start showing up as your authentic self, it doesn't feel right. Often because you have been imposturing for so long, you've been acting like someone that you're not for so long, that when someone responds to you in a way that doesn't feel right, you think, this isn't working, when it is. It's really understanding that this is where you want to go. You want to show up as your full authentic self. You want to show up as someone that you love, trust, and know. You're going to consistently have to practice that. And the more disciplined you get at understanding yourself, and the more consistent you are at showing up as that person, you will become that person. And I want to read to you what I wrote in the Rise with Diana, uh, the download that we put out for today. Couldn't get that out. Consistency isn't glamorous. It's not loud. It's not flashy, but it's the one thing every powerful woman has in common. And we know within our Rise with Diana framework, and I'm going to actually turn my camera here, that practice is what we need to be able to get really good at everything. So this is our path to power, purpose, and connection. And what we know that in order for you to have your power and your purpose, you have to practice who you are meant to be. Practice is built from your, you understand that your character shows up before you even do. Your energy within your character, it shows up way before you even show up. So when you understand your character, you understand that what you practice behind the scenes and who you are and who you think you are and how you show up in your character. Once you start realizing, you become more aware that something needs to shift, you got to start practicing that. You have to start practicing that. And when you start seeing that way forward, you realize the discipline that you put into your practice is what's going to get your result. That is plain and simple. And that is the real work that we are all about within the Rise Advocates community. And so I want to ask you, what is it that you really want to get good at it? What is it that you really believe that you should be showing up in your corporate role? How do you want to be seen in your corporate role? Write it down. Understand, where do you want to go? How are you showing up? What is the gap between where you want to go and where you are right now? And how authentic are you in being in that? I have found that a lot of people in corporate America, we were taught that we had to show up fake. I mean, we had to show up inauthentic in our interview. We had to look a certain way, we had to wear our hair a certain way, we had to speak a certain way, and we had to show up in that way. And then when we got into our corporate roles, we felt disconnected. Why? Because you faked it in the interview. You faked it in the interview. So when do you then shift to start to be who you truly want to be? And I have come to realize that so many people, the reason why it's hard to be disciplined at something is because it's not real to you. You don't have a foundation of connection with that person that you've been said that you were going to be. And so I really do understand that's the reason why your character is everything. Your character is everything because you can't fake yourself through this whole entire time. And so what we know is that you have to become aware of how you're showing up, and you have to get disciplined in showing up truly as you want to be. And that's how we're going to close gaps. That's how I feel also too, a lot of women are so concerned about more about how other people are perceiving them than the way in which you are loving and perceiving yourself. Right. And so there is this disconnect that we've got to close within ourselves first so that we can start to close other things outside of us. Is this making sense to you? So discipline is the new confidence. When you start getting disciplined in yourself and how you show up, how you speak to yourself, how you make commitments to yourself, and you show up and do what it is that you say that you're going to do, you'll have more confidence because you won't be faking what it is that you say that you're going to do. Is this making sense? Right? So, where is it that you want to get really good? What is it that you really, really want to get good at? For myself, I've made a promise to myself that I'm going to get really, really good at showing up in the social media streets with my messaging. I'm going to show up flawed. I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get really, really good at delivering these types of messages. Why? I have 100,000 women I want to attract into our community. So what do I got to do? I got to go out there and be seen. I got to let y'all know who I am. Flawed, imperfect, yet purposeful, desiring to do something amazing, and I'm going to do that. What are you planning on doing? What is it that you really, really want to get good at? And don't tell me that you don't have enough time. Don't tell me that you're not the right age. Don't tell me that you've made too many mistakes, because those are all excuses. And in order for you to be able to get confident at something, you've got to repeat it over and over and over again. And the thing is you've been repeating things over and over and over again. They just don't relate to the goal that you're trying to achieve. You're really good at doing what you're doing. It just doesn't amount to where you want to go. And that's something that it's got to click in your mind. You have to understand that you are repeating things. It's just not where it is that you want to go. So get really, really good at defining where you want to go. Get good at really looking at where you are right now and be honest with yourself. Are you taking steps and being disciplined and going after that, being consistent when no one ever shows up? I mean, the thing is I understand in this physical world, as I speak to you right now, I think there's one or two people who are with me live. And if you are live, you can say hi if you want in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, that would be fun too. Say hi. But here's what I do know in my mind. I'm speaking to 100,000 women. Why? Because I know that the more that I get good at, consistent at visualizing my vision and speaking it into existence and being disciplined and consistent, and even when it's not glamorous, even when no one physically is here, they're here mentally for me. And that's what keeps me going. When I was studying for the bar exam, I knew in my mind I wanted to be an attorney. What did that require me to do? It required me to consistently show up, do the exams, write down the answers, read the answers, and do that consistently over and over and over again in order for me to pass the bar exam. What did I need to do in order for me to be a college athlete? I needed to do the extra reps. I needed to get up early. I needed to put the time in, period. A lot of you aren't putting the time in. You aren't believing that you need to be consistent. A lot of you want to get to a certain weight. You want to get to a certain wealth profile. Everything is consistency. Everything is discipline. It's a matter of going from here to there. Now, people like myself can help you shorten the distance between where you want to go and being confident, because I'm going to share with you my methodology. And my methodology is the path to purpose, and connection. Your character, your awareness, and your practice is what's going to help you get to your purpose, right? And this passion methodology, which we're going to consistently talk about, is going to help you get there too. Why? Because you're going to be influencing not only yourself, you're going to be influencing others, and you're going to get to where you want to go. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? This is the message that I want to deliver you today. Hey, anyone here live? Anyone here want to ask me any questions about what it means to remain disciplined and consistent? This is it. ChatGPT and artificial intelligence can tell you that you need to do this. But I'm telling you that when you are around people who do this, and I am telling you this as a fact, when you are around other humans who follow this same type of methodology, you get results. Why? Because the energy that you pick up from other people is going to help you stay inspired. And that often is the missing link, right? Because it's lonely. Consistency can be lonely because you are by yourself. You are the only one who's going to get you where you need to be. It's you that's going to get you there. But when you have other people cheering you on, you have other people that are in that same circle, that's what's going to get you from here to there. I guarantee it. That's the reason why we want you to join us in our Rise Advocates community. This is our Rise Advocates movement. We are all about discipline. We know that discipline is the new confidence. And so we want you to join us. And so I encourage you, if you're struggling here, I'd love for you to pick up our authenticity code. It's called Unlock Your Authenticity Code. This is to overcome the fear that you have associated with being disciplined and go ahead to accelerate your career. So we want you to get the unlock your authenticity code so that you can overcome the fear to get to where you want to be, accelerating your career. And what I like to say, increase your wealth portfolio. This sound good to you? Well, thank you so much for joining me live here. We're going to be live here consistently every single Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We did get started late here today, but every single Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live here on LinkedIn and YouTube, and we want you to join us. We will be sharing a video consistently every single week on LinkedIn and on YouTube so that we can help you understand what we are all about with our Rise Advocates movement. If you are a corporate woman, you are a high achieving corporate woman, you want to be able to heal, show up through your authentic voice, you're going to want to get into our community. We hope to see you in the next time.